Hello, dear ones. Father Peter John coming to you from All Saints Orthodox Church in Bloomington, Indiana. Christ is in our midst. You've probably all heard the saying that behind every great man is a great woman, and today's example of sainthood is certainly no exception. We're celebrating St. John Chrysostom, whom we know as the one who gave us the liturgy of St. John Chrysostom, the Paschal homily, the commentaries. You know, St. John Chrysostom, Patriarch of Constantinople. But we're also celebrating the great woman behind St. John Chrysostom, and that would be his mother, Anthusa. Anthusa married and became pregnant and bore St. John Chrysostom when she was 20 years old, and shortly after his birth, the boy's father passed away unexpectedly. So here is Anthusa, and she is a 20-year-old widow with a newborn babe living in the city of Antioch, which had certainly its share of corruption. We hear about that in St. John's writings. But Anthusa then was faced with choices. You know, what do you do? You're a 20-year-old widow, a new mother. Do you remarry? Do you give the child up for adoption and go and kind of try to start a new life and start over? You know, all sorts of choices would lie before her, and she chose not to remarry. She chose to raise her little boy in the faith, in the fear of God. She poured herself into him, into his education, taught him the scriptures, taught him about the church, spoke with him about Jesus Christ and how much Jesus loves him. And she also gave him a great classical education. He was so thankful for that and so proud of that. And when he had grown older, she paid to send him to law school. He studied law. He actually practiced as a lawyer for a time. Many people don't know that. But he was so disillusioned with the corruption in the city of Antioch, with business dealings and things, he just couldn't take it. He walked away from it. And actually, he wanted to walk away from Antioch itself. But his mother stopped him, and she said, please, wait until you've put me in the ground. And her words were, she said, wait until you have mingled my bones with your father's bones. And so he agreed. He agreed to stay. He lived there with her. They had a phenomenal relationship up until the point of her death. And he goes on to talk about his mother and what she gave to him. Here are some of the things that he says. He says that she provided him enthusiasm for the good, his moral energy. She gave him an aversion to ostentation, which certainly made its way into his preachings and, oh my goodness, his relationship with the Empress. And his zeal for justice and truth and steadfast faith. What a testament to his mother. Just think about it for a minute. You know, his mother made choices that, by the grace of God, produced for us the great St. John Chrysostom. Think about what we would be missing. Well, don't think about it. We don't want to take time thinking about what would be missing if we didn't have St. John. We don't know. But what we do know is because of Anthusa's wonderful ministry to her boy, to her son, who grew up to be the great St. John Chrysostom, the Patriarch of Constantinople, the author of the Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom. Because of her commitment to him and her love for him, we were given this great gift of this wonderful great man of God who has had a lasting impact on scores and scores, countless numbers of lives. So, behind every great man is a great woman, and this is no exception. May St. Anthusa and her son, St. John Chrysostom, pray unto God for us. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be.